What's going on, guys? It's Jacoborth back with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas, and I am actually coming to you guys today from Fremont Street. I am downtown here checking it out, so changing the scenery up a little bit on you guys, and gonna answer a question that I've gotten from quite a few people already. And anytime you go online, you look about Las Vegas, this is like the first question that people ask. And it is, where is a nice place to live in Las Vegas, right? What is a nice neighborhood? Where's a nice part of town? All that kind of stuff. So, gonna answer that question here for you in just a minute. But before I do, I must say thank you for watching this video and welcome to the channel. If you guys have subscribed, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for those of you that have been sharing. You guys have been great. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please comment on this video, tell me what you think, and also give it a like at the end of it if you think it's worthy of a like. So, that being said, we'll get into it, talking about some of the parts of town to live in. This is, of course, a question I wanted to look at when I came out here too, because, you know, you get a lot of mixed reviews in Las Vegas because people think of, you know, generally the Strip, and they think of its background with the mafia and criminal activity and that kind of thing, and people tend to project that on the entire area. Fortunately, that really is not how the entire area is, okay? Living out here, something I looked at, I've got some a couple links on my website, Jacobslifeinvegas.com, that cover this. I'll give a mention to two websites that I had used. Big one was citydata.com, where I went and looked in the Las Vegas section a lot. And then another one, for those of you really concerned about the crime aspect, is called neighborhoodscout.com. So you go to those sites. Citydata has a lot of great info because it's got a lot of people who live here. And this question has been asked many, many times on there. And then Neighborhood Scout really was just good to look at the area and get kind of a map of crime in the area, of the whole Las Vegas metro area. Neighborhood Scout was one I looked at a few times, and really most of the area is pretty good. You'll see they have it shaded and color coded on there, where a lot of the where you'll see a lot of the parts where the crime is a bit higher. It tends to be a little more central Las Vegas, kind of like a little north of like downtown area here, kind of like northeast, east side of town. That part of the area, that's where you see it'll show on there that the rates are a little bit higher. But out here, there's plenty of good neighborhoods to live in, particularly in the southeast part of the metro area, down to the southern part, the southwest, the west side, all the way up to the northwest, and even really up north to a degree. And the way I'll go through it is I'll start actually in that order. I'll start in the southeast, work through south, southwest, and all the way up to the northern area. And one thing I'll say out here is it's a little bit, the way people describe where they live or what part of the area they live in is a little different. Because I came here from the San Francisco Bay Area, where it's just, you know, city after city after city after city. So people would say what city they live in. Here, there's really only three cities: Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson. There are a whole lot of unincorporated towns, or census-designated places as they're called. And actually one of the biggest ones is actually Paradise, Nevada. You actually look at Las Vegas Boulevard, most of it is located in Paradise, Nevada. It's technically not even in Las Vegas. So there's a lot of those unincorporated areas that sometimes people refer to where they live in, like, you know, Paradise is one, Winchester is another, Enterprise is another, Spring Valley is another, Green Valley is another, where you're, you know, technically in, I guess you could call it another town to a degree. And then also there's neighborhoods within that. So someone says I live in Rhodes Ranch. Rhodes Ranch is a neighborhood in the southwest part of town. And the southwest just being the general southwest part of the metro area, but that is in Enterprise, which is its own unincorporated town. So a little bit different. So some people will say their neighborhood, some will just say the part of town, some will actually say the unincorporated area. In any of those areas, really your address is Las Vegas. People just use Las Vegas as their address. So starting off though in the good neighborhoods in the southeast, Henderson, which is its own city, just outside of Las Vegas. It's the next biggest city. It's about 270,000 people right now. It's creeping up on 300,000, and it's done a lot of growing. All these areas have done a lot of growing. And Henderson is considered to be kind of like the family area out here. That's usually when people think of the family place to live. A lot of them think of Henderson. Within Henderson, there's neighborhoods. Green Valley's a neighborhood, and even within that, there's Green Valley North, Green Valley South, and Henderson is where we'll start off in the southeast. Then we'll move kind of like to the southern part. Just down 15, you have like Silverado Ranch, Southern Highlands. Move up into like the southwest area of like Blue Diamond Road, Mountain's Edge, Spring Valley, and then you'll move up even a little west. That's where like Summerlin is. Okay, Summerlin, even Summerlin has different sections like Summerlin South and that kind of thing. And then you go up Summerlin, you get into the northwest. And I actually think the northwest, to be honest, is really like one of the best kept secrets out here in terms of neighborhoods to live in, especially if you want to live here and you don't want to have a whole lot to do with the strip or downtown. I mean, you could be downtown in about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes from a lot of parts of the northwest. But it's nice, it's real quiet out there, and that's where you live out there, and you really, it's actually a nice, close enough to the strip and downtown, but it's really actually a nice distance too, to be away and have that peace and quiet. I really think the northwest area is probably one of the better kept secrets that doesn't get a whole lot of attention. And also even straight north is like Aliante. That's really up north, and that's also a nice, quieter area. And all these areas, all these spots I just mentioned are all pretty accessible to the freeway. If you look on the map out here of the metro area, you'll see that basically I-15 goes through the middle of the metro area, and then Highway 215 almost makes a perfect loop around the area, except it stops in the northeast part, like over by Nellis Air Force Base, because it can't get through that area because you have Sunrise Mountain in the way. So it almost makes a perfect loop around the area, and most of the area though is pretty accessible. All these new neighborhoods, I mean, when I say new, I mean a lot of their homes are built in 2000 or even more recent than that. So it's a lot of newer neighborhoods, newer homes that are even building now. I mean, they're building homes again right now. Pretty accessible to the freeway, and they're, I would call them good neighborhoods to live in, really, to be honest. You know, some people ask about downtown, where I'm at right now. Downtown is going through renovation. Tony Shea is leading the downtown project, where he set aside a couple $100 million to help renovate downtown here, and they are working on it, and they're showing signs of improvement, because downtown did have a bad reputation here for a long time. And downtown is being, it's got money being put into it, and they are improving the downtown area. But a lot of people usually go to live kind of like on the outskirts, or sort of the suburbs of the area. There's plenty of good neighborhoods out here. So the one thing you might hear people say, and this is something I had heard someone tell me, is that basically if you were to look at the metro area and you were to cut it in half across the middle into north and south, somebody had told me that basically you want to live in the southern half of the area. Not entirely true. They're basically saying you either want to live in like Henderson, Summerlin, or the Southwest. Okay, a lot of people will recommend Henderson and Summerlin, but there are other nice areas. The Southwest is nice, the Northwest is nice, even parts of the North are nice. So plenty of good areas to live in, whether you're looking for a home, looking for an apartment, or a condo, that kind of thing, out here in Las Vegas. That's just a few I gave you guys. There are other neighborhoods, and there's other parts of town that I'm sure people know better than I do. But at least to give you guys some names, give you guys some ideas of places to start looking if you're looking to do your online search about moving out here. Those are some of the neighborhoods you can look at and check out, and it covers a pretty good portion of the metro area. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Just want to talk about it. We get a lot of questions about parts of town to live in, nice areas, that kind of thing. Those are nicer areas. I mentioned those are good areas that I think are affordable. Some are a little bit pricier than others, like Summerlin usually carries a higher price tag, but a lot of it is affordable, okay? Even for a young single guy like myself, it's very doable, okay? So that's it for this video, guys. Have to share that with you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out the channel. Please share this video. Please like it. Please give it a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And check out my website, Jacobslifeinvegas.com. Alright guys, that's it. I'm Jacob. This is My Life in Vegas.